Albert Einstein, the revolutionary physicist who transformed our understanding of the universe. And the Buddha, a spiritual guide whose wisdom has shaped the lives of millions for over 2,500 years. What could these two towering figures share in common? At first glance, the connection seems improbable. Albert Einstein, the revolutionary physicist who transformed our understanding of the universe. And the Buddha, a spiritual guide whose wisdom has shaped the lives of millions for over 2,500 years. What could these two towering figures share in common? At first glance, the connection seems improbable. Einstein's equations unlock the mysteries of space, time, and energy, while the Buddha's teachings paved a path to inner peace and liberation from suffering. One stood firmly in the realm of empirical science, the other in the domain of profound spiritual realization. Yet, beneath these apparent differences lies a shared quest that transcends time and discipline, the desire to understand the fundamental truths of existence. Einstein once remarked, with a sense of reverence and insight, Buddhism is the only religion that could effectively address the questions or demands of contemporary science. This was no casual observation. For a man who rejected conventional notions of God and resisted theological dogma, Einstein's recognition of Buddhism signals something extraordinary. He saw in its teachings a framework that harmonized with the scientific method, one that encouraged inquiry, valued empirical evidence, and eschewed blind faith. This unexpected bridge between science and spirituality compels us to ask, what did Einstein perceive in Buddhism that aligns so deeply with his own worldview? How did a 20th century physicist, decoding the equations of relativity, find resonance with the insights of a spiritual master who lived centuries earlier? In exploring these questions, we uncover an intersection where modern science and ancient wisdom converge, offering insights that are as timeless as they are transformative. Welcome to the Buddhist path. If you're seeking a space where ancient wisdom meets modern insights, and timeless teachings are made accessible for today's challenges, you've come to the right place. Our mission is to explore the profound philosophy of Buddhism, delving into its teachings on mindfulness, compassion, and self-discovery, while connecting them to the realities of our modern lives. Whether you're new to Buddhism or a seasoned practitioner, our content is designed to inspire, guide, and support you on your journey toward greater understanding and inner peace. Help us reach an important milestone, our first 1,000 subscribers. Your support fuels our mission and empowers us to continue crafting thoughtful, valuable content for our growing community. We're passionate about creating a community of like-minded individuals who value both reflection and growth. From exploring core Buddhist principles to uncovering the intersections of spirituality and science, our channel is here to spark meaningful conversations and personal transformation. Now, let's begin. Einstein's groundbreaking work redefined how we perceive reality. His general theory of relativity revealed that space and time are not rigid constructs but fluid dimensions shaped by mass and energy. The iconic equation E equals mc2 E equals mc caret 2 E equals mc2 unveiled the unity of matter and energy, a realization that shook the foundations of classical physics. But Einstein was more than a scientist, he was a philosopher and humanist, constantly contemplating the moral and metaphysical implications of his discoveries. Similarly, the Buddha was not merely a religious figure but a rigorous thinker who sought to uncover the nature of reality through introspection and mindfulness. His teachings dismantled illusions about the self and the material world, offering a path to liberation that remains relevant in today's fast-paced, technology-driven society. What makes their connection even more compelling is their shared rejection of dogma. Einstein dismissed the concept of a personal God who intervenes in human affairs, finding instead a sense of divinity in the harmonious laws of nature. The Buddha similarly rejected the rigid doctrines of his time, challenging the prevailing beliefs in eternalism and materialism. Both figures urged humanity to seek truth not through inherited beliefs but through personal exploration and critical thought. Stay tuned. In the content ahead, we'll dive deeper into these parallels, examining how Einstein's reflections on morality, the cosmos, and the nature of existence resonate with the Buddha's teachings. Prepare to embark on a journey that reveals the surprising harmony between the analytical genius of modern physics and the timeless wisdom of an ancient sage, a connection that continues to inspire awe, curiosity, and a deeper appreciation for the mysteries of existence. Albert Einstein's admiration for Buddhism was not a casual interest but a deep appreciation for its unique alignment with the principles of modern science and its ability to transcend rigid dogmas. Unlike many religious traditions that hinge on a personal God or fixed theological systems, Buddhism thrives on inquiry, observation, and experiential truth. For Einstein, this approach echoed the scientific method, an unrelenting quest for understanding based on evidence, reflection, and personal verification. He famously noted, "If there is any religion that could correspond to the needs of modern science, it would be Buddhism." Buddhism's perspective on the universe as a dynamic, interconnected whole resonated profoundly with Einstein's scientific worldview. The Buddha taught that existence operates according to natural laws, a perspective that mirrors the insights Einstein uncovered in his groundbreaking theories of relativity. He revealed that space and time are not fixed absolutes but fluid dimensions, intricately interwoven and influenced by energy and matter. This interplay of elements, the realization that nothing exists in isolation, deeply reflects the Buddhist principle of interdependence, or pratitya samutpada, which asserts that all phenomena arise in relation to one another. Einstein saw a profound beauty in this unity, one that transcended religious labels and spoke to the shared essence of all existence. For him, the universe was not a mechanism created and controlled by a deity but a harmonious structure governed by knowable laws, a vision strikingly similar to the Buddha's rejection of a creator God. Instead of ascribing the cosmos to divine intervention, both Einstein and Buddhism viewed it as a web of interconnected causes and effects, where the observable patterns reveal an underlying order. Yet, Einstein's fascination with Buddhism went beyond cosmological parallels. He was drawn to its ethical foundation, a morality rooted not in fear of divine punishment or hope for heavenly reward, but in compassion, wisdom, and social responsibility. Buddhism encourages individuals to look inward, to question, and to cultivate understanding through mindfulness and awareness. Similarly, Einstein believed in the power of human reason and empathy, famously declaring that morality should be grounded in compassion, knowledge, and social obligations, rather than in religious commandments. For Einstein, Buddhism represented not just a philosophy but a way of engaging with the universe that merged reason and reverence. It offered a lens through which the mysteries of existence could be explored without falling into blind faith or nihilistic despair. This harmony between science and spirituality inspired Einstein deeply, as he sought to reconcile humanity's pursuit of knowledge with its innate longing for meaning and connection. Ultimately, Einstein's fascination with Buddhism reflects his broader quest to understand the fabric of reality and our place within it. Just as the Buddha turned his gaze inward to uncover the truths of the mind, Einstein looked outward, decoding the mathematical language of the cosmos. Together, their paths converge in a shared wonder for the universe and a belief that the pursuit of truth, whether through scientific inquiry or spiritual practice, is among humanity's most noble endeavors. The Buddha was not just a spiritual teacher, he was a profound thinker whose methodology closely parallels the scientific approach. His teachings are rooted in direct observation, critical reasoning, and personal experience, challenging blind faith and urging his followers to embrace truth only after they have tested it themselves. This radical departure from the prevailing dogmas of his time highlights the Buddha's commitment to intellectual integrity and experiential understanding. In essence, The Buddha invited humanity to explore both the inner workings of the mind and the outer realities of the universe with a spirit of curiosity and openness. This empirical approach resonates with the scientific method, which relies on observation, hypothesis, experimentation, and evidence-based conclusions. The Buddha's insights into suffering, dukkha, impermanence, anicca, and non-self, anatta, provide a framework for investigating the nature of existence in a way that is both rigorous and transformative. He taught that suffering arises from attachment, that all things are in a constant state of flux, and that the self is not a fixed entity but a fluid construct shaped by interdependent forces. These principles encourage a dynamic view of life, where nothing is static, and understanding comes through direct engagement with reality. Einstein's principle of relativity, which revolutionized our understanding of space and time, shares a profound kinship with the Buddha's teachings on impermanence. Einstein revealed that time and space are not absolute constants but relative dimensions, shaped by the observer's position and the forces at play. This idea shattered centuries of fixed perspectives and invited humanity to rethink the very fabric of reality. Similarly, the Buddha dismantled the illusion of permanence in our perceptions, teaching that everything we experience is transient and dependent on context. Just as Einstein's work urged us to see the cosmos through a relational lens, the Buddha's insights compel us to recognize the fluid and interdependent nature of our thoughts, emotions, and perceptions. The Buddha's emphasis on questioning assumptions aligns deeply with the scientific mindset. He often advised his disciples to verify teachings through personal experience, famously stating, "Do not believe anything simply because you have heard it. Do not believe anything simply because it is spoken and rumored by many, but after observation and analysis. When you find that anything agrees with reason and is conducive to the good and benefit of one and all, then accept it and live up to it." This ethos of open inquiry mirrors Einstein's approach to science, where established ideas are constantly scrutinized, refined, or even overturned in light of new evidence. Furthermore, the Buddha's teaching on non-self directly challenges the notion of an independent, unchanging identity. Much like Einstein's theories challenge the concept of an objective, unchanging reality, the Buddha recognized that our sense of self is a mental construct, a fleeting combination of thoughts, feelings, and perceptions that arises and dissolves moment by moment. Einstein, too, questioned the rigidity of classical physics, proposing instead a universe where even time and space bend to the influence of energy and gravity. Both perspectives invite us to let go of fixed ideas and embrace a more fluid understanding of existence. In bridging these ideas, we find a shared message: the universe, whether observed through the lens of physics or introspection, is far more interconnected and dynamic than it appears. The Buddha's teachings challenge us to examine the impermanence of our inner world, while Einstein's relativity redefines our outer reality. Together, they inspire a holistic vision of existence, one that embraces change, fosters curiosity, and celebrates the profound interdependence of all things. For both Albert Einstein and the Buddha, morality wasn't about following rigid rules imposed by an external authority. It was a deeply personal and human endeavor, rooted in compassion and understanding. Einstein rejected the idea that ethical behavior should be driven by fear of punishment or the expectation of reward. Instead, he believed that morality should come from within, based on shared humanity and a sense of responsibility toward others. He once said that human ethics do not require a theological basis. Rather, they should be grounded in compassion. The Buddha's teachings echo this idea, emphasizing morality as a natural outcome of mindfulness and wisdom. The Noble Eightfold Path, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, provides a practical guide for ethical living. It includes principles like right speech, right action, and right intention, encouraging individuals to make thoughtful choices that foster both personal well-being and societal harmony. Importantly, the Eightfold Path emphasizes self-awareness and personal reflection rather than relying on external enforcement or fear-based control. At the heart of both Einstein's and the Buddha's views is a rejection of morality driven by fear. Einstein lamented that many people are ethical only because they fear divine punishment or hope for rewards in an afterlife, calling this mindset immature. He argued that such motivations stifle true ethical growth by preventing people from developing genuine empathy and understanding. Similarly, the Buddha taught that morality based on external pressures fails to address the deeper causes of unethical behavior. Instead, he encouraged people to cultivate sila, ethical conduct, through mindfulness and an understanding of how interconnected we all are. What makes their ideas so powerful is their shared belief in the transformative nature of compassion. For Einstein, compassion was more than just a feeling, it was a guiding principle that could unite people across cultures and beliefs. He saw it as essential for building peaceful, cooperative societies. The Buddha expanded this idea further, teaching that compassion, or metta, loving kindness, should extend not only to humans but to all living beings. This kind of unconditional goodwill goes beyond self-interest, fostering harmony on a universal scale. Both Einstein and the Buddha also recognized that morality grows out of understanding the interconnectedness of life. Einstein described humanity as being trapped in an optical illusion of consciousness, believing ourselves to be separate from others and the natural world. He argued that this illusion limits our ability to act ethically on a global scale. Similarly, the Buddha's teaching of anatta, non-self, dismantles the idea of a fixed, independent identity, revealing that we are all deeply connected. By breaking free from this illusion of separateness, both Einstein and the Buddha believed we could cultivate a morality that is inclusive and far-reaching. Ultimately, their shared vision challenges us to move beyond self-centered thinking and embrace a broader perspective. True morality, they remind us, is not about following rules or fearing consequences, it's about acting with mindfulness, compassion, and a genuine sense of responsibility toward others and the world we live in. In adopting this approach, we honor their wisdom and take meaningful steps toward creating a more harmonious, compassionate, and enlightened world. One of the Buddha's most transformative teachings is the concept of anatta, or non-self. It is a radical departure from the conventional understanding of identity, challenging the deeply ingrained belief in a permanent, independent I. According to the Buddha, what we perceive as the self is not a fixed entity but a fluid and ever-changing combination of physical sensations, emotions, thoughts, and consciousness. This insight invites us to see beyond the ego and its attachments, liberating us from the suffering caused by clinging to an illusion of permanence. This notion of the self as an illusion finds a striking parallel in Albert Einstein's reflections on human consciousness. Einstein described the self as an optical illusion of consciousness, a mental construct that creates a false sense of separateness. He recognized that this illusion traps humanity in a narrow, self-centered perspective, limiting our ability to understand the interconnectedness of all life. For both Einstein and the Buddha, breaking free from this illusion is not just an intellectual exercise but a moral imperative, a way to foster greater compassion and wisdom. The Buddha taught that attachment to the idea of a fixed self leads to suffering because it breeds egoism, fear, and dissatisfaction. When we cling to the illusion of a permanent identity, we struggle against the natural flow of change, creating tension and resistance in our lives. By realizing the truth of anatta, we open ourselves to the profound understanding that we are not isolated beings but part of a vast web of interdependent phenomena. This realization is the key to overcoming suffering and cultivating a deep sense of harmony with the world around us. Einstein's reflections mirror this teaching in a modern context. He argued that the illusion of separateness leads to selfishness and a lack of empathy. confining us to a limited circle of care that excludes much of the natural world. A human being, Einstein wrote, is part of the whole, called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings, as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. For Einstein, the path to liberation from this delusion lay in expanding our circle of compassion to include all living beings and the entirety of nature. Both Einstein and the Buddha understood that dissolving the illusion of the self is transformative, not only on a personal level but also for society as a whole. When we see ourselves as interconnected with all life, our actions are guided by empathy rather than self-interest. The Buddha's teaching of metta, loving kindness, exemplifies this shift, encouraging individuals to develop unconditional goodwill toward all beings. Similarly, Einstein emphasized the need to act out of compassion and a sense of shared humanity, rather than out of fear or greed. The implications of this shared insight are profound. The illusion of the self is not just a philosophical idea, it is a lens through which we view the world and make choices. By recognizing that the boundaries of the self are fluid and interconnected, we can transcend narrow thinking and embrace a broader perspective, one that fosters unity, understanding, and compassion. In the teachings of both the Buddha and Einstein, we find an invitation to look beyond the individual ego and explore the deeper reality of our interconnected existence. This shift in perspective holds the potential to transform not only our personal lives but also the collective future of humanity. Albert Einstein and the Buddha, though separated by millennia and disciplines, embarked on a remarkably similar quest to uncover the underlying truths of existence. Einstein used the language of mathematics and physics to probe the cosmos, revealing the elegant laws that govern space, time, and energy. The Buddha, through introspection and meditation, turned his gaze inward, exploring the nature of the mind, suffering, and the path to liberation. Their methods may have differed, but their journeys share a profound commonality, a desire to understand the interconnectedness of all things and the mysteries that lie beyond the surface of reality. Einstein once remarked, "The most beautiful and profound experience is the sensation of the mystical." For him, this sensation was not rooted in blind faith but in the awe inspired by the natural world's harmonious order, the symmetry of the universe. From the bending of space-time to the dance of subatomic particles, evoked in Einstein a reverence that bridged the gap between science and spirituality. Similarly, the Buddha emphasized the importance of direct experience and mindfulness, urging his followers to cultivate a deep sense of awareness and wonder. Both Einstein and the Buddha recognized that understanding the universe, whether through external observation or inward reflection, requires humility, curiosity, and an openness to the unknown. Buddhism's emphasis on mindfulness and meditation provides a gateway to this sense of wonder. These practices, central to Buddhist teachings, are tools for cultivating clarity, focus, and a profound connection to the present moment. The Buddha's approach encourages individuals to quiet the distractions of the mind and perceive reality as it truly is, free from the distortions of ego and attachment. In doing so, practitioners can access a sense of interconnectedness and harmony that mirrors Einstein's perception of the universe as an intricate web of relationships. Modern science has increasingly recognized the value of these ancient practices. Fields such as neuroscience and psychology have begun to validate the transformative effects of mindfulness and meditation, demonstrating their capacity to enhance mental clarity, emotional well-being, and even physical health. Studies reveal that regular meditation can reduce stress, improve focus, and foster greater empathy, benefits that align with both Einstein's vision of ethical living and the Buddha's path to inner peace. In this way, Buddhism offers not only spiritual insight but also practical tools that complement and enrich scientific understanding. What unites science and spirituality in this shared quest is their mutual recognition of interconnectedness. Einstein's theories of relativity illustrate how space, time, and matter are inextricably linked, shaping one another in a cosmic dance. The Buddha's teachings on pratitya samutpada, dependent origination, reveal a parallel truth, that all phenomena arise in relation to one another and are impermanent by nature. Both perspectives dismantle the illusion of separateness, inviting us to see the world as a cohesive, dynamic whole. The union of these approaches, Einstein's scientific inquiry and the Buddha's meditative wisdom, offers a profound framework for understanding existence. Science provides the tools to explore the external universe, uncovering its laws and mechanisms, while spirituality offers the means to delve into the inner landscape, addressing questions of meaning, purpose, and human experience. Together, they form a complementary pathway, encouraging us to approach life with both intellectual rigor and heartfelt curiosity. Ultimately, the journeys of Einstein and the Buddha remind us that the pursuit of knowledge and the pursuit of wisdom are not opposing endeavors but two facets of a unified quest. By embracing both, we can deepen our understanding of the universe and our place within it, finding not only answers but also a sense of awe and reverence for the mysteries that remain. In this intersection of science and spirituality lies the potential for a richer, more meaningful existence, one that honors both the rational and the mystical, the known and the unknown. In an age defined by rapid technological innovation and relentless material pursuits, the teachings of Einstein and the Buddha stand as timeless beacons, illuminating a path toward balance and harmony. They remind us that true progress is not solely about conquering the external world, mastering technology, harnessing resources, or unraveling the laws of physics, but also about exploring and understanding our inner landscape. As we advance scientifically and materially, the integration of spiritual wisdom becomes ever more essential for navigating the complexities of modern life with clarity, compassion, and purpose. The Buddha's Noble Eightfold Path offers a profound roadmap for cultivating this balance. It emphasizes not only external actions like right speech and right livelihood but also inner practices such as right understanding and right mindfulness. These principles encourage a way of living that aligns thought, word, and deed, fostering harmony within ourselves and with the interconnected world we inhabit. By embracing this path, individuals can transcend the stress, disconnection, and dissatisfaction that often accompany modern life, finding instead a deeper sense of meaning and tranquility. Einstein, though a physicist by training, spoke frequently about the importance of humility, ethics, and a sense of wonder in the face of the universe's mysteries. His dedication to truth and relentless curiosity serve as a powerful complement to the Buddha's teachings. Einstein's recognition of humanity's interconnectedness, his call to expand our circle of compassion to include all living beings in the natural world, mirrors the Buddha's emphasis on loving kindness, metta, and the dissolution of the ego's boundaries. Both figures remind us that genuine progress lies in understanding not just the mechanics of the universe but also our place within its vast web of relationships. In today's world, where scientific advancements often outpace our moral and emotional development, this integrated perspective is more relevant than ever. The relentless pace of technological innovation has brought remarkable benefits but also unprecedented challenges: climate change, social inequality, and mental health crises, to name a few. Einstein and the Buddha both challenge us to consider, what good is technological mastery if it lacks the ethical grounding and inner peace necessary for true human flourishing? Their teachings call for a holistic approach to progress, one that balances external achievement with internal growth. Science and spirituality, when united, have the potential to guide humanity toward a more enlightened future. The Buddha's teachings provide tools for cultivating mindfulness, compassion, and ethical awareness, helping individuals navigate their inner worlds with grace. Meanwhile, Einstein's work exemplifies the power of intellectual rigor and curiosity, inspiring us to explore the mysteries of the external world with awe and integrity. Together, they create a framework for addressing the challenges of modernity, not by retreating into the past, but by weaving ancient wisdom into the fabric of contemporary life. This path for the future is not about choosing between science and spirituality, but about recognizing their complementary strengths. Science provides the means to understand and shape the physical world, while spirituality offers the insight and ethical grounding to ensure that this power is wielded wisely. By integrating these dimensions, we can cultivate a more compassionate, sustainable, and interconnected society, one that honors the achievements of the intellect while nurturing the wisdom of the heart. Ultimately, the vision of Einstein and the Buddha inspires us to approach life with both curiosity and mindfulness. Their teachings invite us to seek not just knowledge but understanding, not just progress but purpose. In this way, they offer more than a roadmap for the present, they provide a compass for the future, guiding humanity toward a world where technological mastery and spiritual wisdom work hand in hand to create a more harmonious and meaningful existence. The intersection of Einstein's scientific genius and the Buddha's spiritual wisdom reveals a profound potential for unifying our understanding of existence. Together, they challenge us to look beyond the surface, to question assumptions, and to embrace compassion as we navigate the complexities of life. Their shared insights remind us that the mysteries of the universe and the depths of the human mind are not opposing realms but complementary frontiers in the quest for truth and harmony. At the Buddhist path, we are dedicated to exploring these timeless connections, bridging ancient wisdom with contemporary understanding. Our mission is to inspire and inform, to spark curiosity, and to cultivate mindfulness in every aspect of life. If this journey resonates with you, we warmly invite you to become part of our growing community of seekers. Help us reach an important milestone, our first 1,000 subscribers. Your engagement motivates us to continue creating meaningful content that inspires growth and transformation. This is more than a channel, it's a shared path. If this is your first time visiting the Buddhist path, welcome. We explore the art of mindfulness, spiritual growth, and living in harmony with ourselves and the world around us. By subscribing and hitting the notification bell, you'll ensure you never miss our latest teachings on leading a balanced and fulfilling life. We'd love to hear from you. Your thoughts, reflections, and experiences are an integral part of our journey. Share them in the comments below, and let's walk this path of peace and wisdom together. Thank you for watching, for supporting, and for being part of this meaningful journey. We look forward to seeing you in the next video as we continue exploring the rich teachings of the Buddha and their relevance to our modern lives. Until then, may you find harmony and joy on your path.